Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash.
Welcome to an all-new edition of the John Cash Show podcast. Before we get started with the fun, the views and opinions expressed by myself do not reflect those of the John Cash podcast sponsors and or affiliates. Listener and viewer discretion is highly advised. I had a brain fart for a second. Like,
You need a sex day off.
Yeah, I need a sex day. Very soon. You can hear the John Cash Show podcast on demand on your favorite streaming platforms, including but not limited to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Deezer, Odyssey, Pandora, and many, many more platforms except for Tidal. Also, you can see my lovely face on YouTube at the John Cash Show podcast channel. Welcoming back to the show, the man, the myth, the legend, channel 62 or 65, depending on where you are at.
In life.
Yeah. Well, 69. Sex day. Yeah.
69.
Wesley Pipes! How are you?
I am good.
Okay, so
Wait.
magnificent,
It's a roller coaster ride with me.
magnificent, fabulous, and now good.
Yeah.
Okay. At least it's still on the positive
Yeah.
spectrum. Do you need the sex day off? Maybe that'll boost
That'll,
back towards...
Yeah.
Okay.
That might put me up to like... that might bring me back to magnificent.
Okay. We gotta get you that sex day. I'm gonna talk to Josh about that. So that way you can be back to magnificent. You can find me on IG at The John Cash Show, TikTok, The John Cash Show Podcast, Facebook, John Cash, X at _John Cash. Now, for everybody listening, feel free to chat about any of the topics, ask for advice, or give any feedback or suggestions. Love that. Email me at thejohncashshow@gmail.com. Once again, thejohncashshow@gmail.com. Let's get into the show. So, I was listening to some music the other day when I thought about this topic. Name an album you can listen to from start to finish without skipping a single song. And I thought about Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. I actually was listening to Many Men before I went into work. Don't ask. I just need to get prepared.
Get in that zone.
I got to get in the zone. I was listening to Many Men, and I was like, wow, yeah, this is like the first album, one of the first albums that I listened straight through and did not skip. It started off with What Up Gangsta, then it went to Patiently Waiting, then Bloodhound, then In the Club, and no, I'm sorry, Many Men,
Mm-hmm.
In the Club, I think Bloodhound, then PIMP, you had 21 Questions, Your Life's on the Line, You're Not Like Me, Wanksta, like on the bonus edition. Like, it was a really, like...
Heat is still one of my favorite 50 songs.
What, I Just Stole It?
Heat?
Oh, Heat. Oh, yeah, Heat. Not the Chris Brown Heat.
No.
But yeah, like all of those songs, and then for it to sell almost 900,000 copies the first week, and then not have that severe drop like a lot of artists did back in the day.
Mhm.
That was a testament to how good the album actually was. There's some other albums I could name as well. Would you like to name some or for yourself?
What's interesting was I was actually listening to the Watch the Throne album.
Oh, okay. That was before Kanye lost his mind fucking completely. But
I love Kanye. Crazy bastard.
he loves Kanye.
But
Kanye loves Kanye.
Kanye
Very much
does
so.
love Kanye.
Yeah. So Watch the Throne for you?
I can listen to that from front to back, even the deluxe edition.
I can only listen to the singles.
Really?
Yeah, I can only listen to the singles.
I think that was the last of like Jay-Z being peak Jay-Z. It was almost both of them at that moment. It was like the perfect moment for them to put out a collab.
Yeah, because Kanye was coming off of My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy.
I
It was
believe so.
Yeah. He was coming off that album, or 808s and Heart. One of them.
No, I think it was
My Beautiful
Dark Twisted
Okay,
Fantasy.
so he was coming off of that. With that's actually one of the albums I have down on the list too. I listened
My
to
Beautiful
that.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great album.
It started off with Dark Fantasy.
Little
Can we get much higher? So
little Nicki Minaj
storytelling. You've now picked a scene.
And the meanest is far to me. You sound like an old gangster.
Can you get much higher? So high. I think that was Tiana Taylor singing
think
the
so.
vocals.
Yeah, it sounds like her.
Yeah. Another album from me. You already know. You already know. Oh, you have any other albums? Because
I could probably think of albums. I know one of my first albums that I bought when I was a kid was It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Oh yeah, DMX.
That was a great album.
Okay.
His first two albums are kind of flawless to me.
Okay. I'm going to say the most recent one would be, one of the most recent ones would be Rihanna, Anti.
I don't know if I've ever listened to it straight through.
I listened to it straight through. It's like her best work ever. And you know, I'm a Rihanna sexual and a Cuomo sexual. Yeah. I am everything at this point. But the record is absolutely amazing. And if you have not listened to it, and it speaks to, actually, it does speak to its staying power because it's still in the Billboard Hot 200.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't released a new album in like 9 years. And
busy.
it's still in the top 200. I believe it's like the longest, maybe not with SZA now, but it was at one point the longest reigning charting album for a female.
It's impressive.
That speaks to its staying power. You could plug it in today and it still sounds fresh.
I like Rihanna.
I love Rihanna.
I know you love Rihanna.
Everybody know I love Rihanna. Even my nephew, we'll have conversations. He's like, "Yeah, I already know you love Rihanna." I'm like, "Well, at least I don't have to repeat myself." Usher, Confessions. That was one of the strongest albums ever.
It's one of the few R&B albums I could listen to. I'm not much of an R&B head.
Yeah, it was straight through. I didn't skip not one song.
Mm-hmm. Throwback. There's a lot of good songs on
all the way. And then when he put out the deluxe edition, and it had Seduction and Red Light. Yeah. And of course, his biggest hit, Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Take that and rewind it back. Little John got
Peace
the beat to
up,
make it booty go
A-Town
clap,
down.
clap, clap. Then you had Caught Up. He owned that whole year, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Burn. Yeah, he had that whole Confessions. He had that whole year. Lady Gaga,
Which
The
one?
Fame.
Is that the one where Beyonce was on it? Was that the telephone track? Like the deluxe or something?
Yeah, the deluxe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Like that. She had Paparazzi, Poker Face, which is one of my all-time favorites because you got to get into the lyrics.
A little read in between the lines.
Yeah. Poker Face. Anyway, Frank Ocean, Channel Orange.
I'm not sure if I've heard that straight through.
Yeah, I like that album. And Cardi B,
The
Invasion of Privacy. She only had one album. She's been trying to put out a second album since 2019. Like, don't start that shit. Don't start that
one
shit.
where she has the sunglasses on.
Don't start that shit. She only had one album. Like, you're trying to make it seem like she got like 3-4 albums.
I don't keep tabs on Cardi B.
I don't either, but at least I know at the very least that all she
She's
got
only
is
got that
one
one
fucking album. But it was a very good album. Bickenhead, Bodak Yellow.
She kills Bodak Yellow.
The
Spanish song, right?
Like It Like That. What's the song with Kalani? You don't even call no more. Ring, ring, ring.
Ring.
Be Careful.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had some tracks on there.
Yeah, like Get Up 10. She fall down 9 times and get up 10. Yeah, like that was.
I think I've listened to it like once.
I listened to it back in 2018. That was like, I listened to it. Yeah. It was either that or other music, and I was like, no. And now you have some artists they'll give you a good 2 or 3 songs on each album. Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
She'll give you good 2 or 3 songs, maybe 4.
I heard the latest one was pretty good.
Which latest one? Latest album? I didn't even know she came out with one.
Not like too recently though. I forget the name of it. She has Plentiful on it. I think it's where she's wearing the blue. I'm pretty sure it's her latest album.
Yeah, don't start me in line. Like T.I. He got 2 or 3. He'll have 2 or 3 songs each album.
His which album was it?
Stacks on deck, Patron on ice.
I think that was probably his best
baby,
album.
You can go wherever you like.
He had a lot of good tracks on that album.
And Swagger Like Us.
Yeah, the Rihanna track is on there.
That's the Rihanna song. That ain't his song. That's Rihanna's song. She took that shit over.
That's the Rihanna track.
If you listen to the radio, they never play his part.
They play the opera bitch and
they'll play the yeah. Now everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes.
They fast forward to her breakdown at the end.
Got my mind on my money and I'm not going away. Like they play that part, but they don't really play his part. So that's Rihanna's song. Rihanna took that shit over. She was like, "You ain't singing it right. It's mine. Give it up."
Keys came out 2021.
Oh,
I heard there's like some good production on there.
I would hope so. She's with Swiss Beats,
right?
Nicki Minaj is another one that has 2 or 3 good songs. An album.
Yeah. Yeah. Her last one wasn't too bad. She had some good tracks on there. Yeah.
Drake. The the last couple albums. I'll say the last 2 albums, 3 albums.
Are you
Actual
a fan of
albums.
Drake?
Hmm?
You're a fan of Drake?
I like his music.
I think, well, probably his second album. I think
Take Care.
I
That
enjoy
was
the
like
most.
that was his best
That was
album.
probably his best album.
That
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, that had Marvin's Room,
Yeah.
Loving the Crew,
Another
Crew Love.
Another Rihanna track.
I know you've been hurt by someone else.
Great song. That's a great song.
I could tell by the way you carry yourself. If you let me, here's what I'll do. I'll take care of you.
Oh, shit.
I've asked about you and they told me things and my mind didn't change, but I still say that thing, but was if you let me, here's what I'll do. I'll take care of you. Like SZA. You just like 9 to 5, I'm the weekend. Oh, make him lose his mind every weekend. You take Wednesday, Thursday, and just send him my way. Think I got it covered for the weekend. You taking advantage of your sex day.
You take a day off.
And then you hear, bright ideas. We got bright ideas. Like, what the fuck? That's a hell of an outro. Trying to get my groove on. Shit. 2 or 3 good songs on that album. See, and Little Kim is another one. But to go back to Drake, what was his last really good album? I want to say maybe, I don't want to say Scorpion, maybe Views, 2016.
I think the last one that I actually enjoyed.
I'm doing a duet with 21 Savage or Future.
No. If you're reading this, it's too late. I think that might be the last one that I actually enjoyed. By the time he
That's
got
not the one with Worst Behavior. That was the one where he had I got my eyes on you.
he had energy on it.
Yeah,
I got
everything that I
energy.
see,
Got a lot of
I got your
energy.
high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. I'll be taking tips on Venmo. I know people be like, I didn't tune in for a musical. I tuned in for a podcast. The fuck is this shit?
It's karaoke night.
Turning this shit off and you enjoying the rest of my sex day. For those of you who don't realize where that joke came from, you got to tune into a previous episode. Sex days, yes. Pizza parties, no. That's the official title. Say yes to sex days. Okay. Any other artists you want to bring up as having
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
okay. All right. Well, for those of you on the YouTube, feel free to chime in at the bottom in the comment section who you feel has an album worth listening to from start to finish without skipping a single song. I would say Beyonce Lemonade, but I don't really like Sandcastles. That's one of my least favorite songs.
Sandcastles
I
ruined
don't-
it for me.
I don't really like Sandcastles.
That was probably her strongest album, in my opinion.
I love that album, but I do not. I skip over Sandcastles all the time.
I love the Kendrick song.
Not Formation. Jesus. Freedom.
Yeah.
Same. It's F. Fuck Freedom Formation. Like same shit.
Yeah.
I like Sorry. I like 6-inch Heels. I like Don't Play With Yourself. Don't Play Yourself. No. Shit. God. The one with Jack White. And who the fuck do you think are you? You ain't fucking with no average bitch, boy. Like that one.
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself. See? Don't fuck yourself. That's can't wait till I become OO. Be like, you know that song, Don't Fuck Yourself.
Yeah, that whole stretch from like track 1 to
Love Drought.
till Sandcastles.
It's to Love Drought. Love Drought is like my favorite song off the whole album. 10 times out of 9, I know you're lying. But 9 times out of 10, I know you're trying. So I'm trying to be fair.
It's a good album.
Yeah, like, but then that Sandcastle shit come on, and it's like, all right, party over with.
Hey, right in the middle, too.
Like, this is Sandcastles. I'd be like, skip.
Beach Day.
Yeah, like, or go back to Love Drought. Like, and I like 4. Don't get it twisted. I like Beyonce. It's just Lemonade is not, and I don't like Cowboy Carter. It's not for me. I loved Renaissance though. Renaissance.
I don't think I heard that album.
That's an album that I could play without skipping a song.
That's not the one with
everybody look around on mute. Look around, everybody on mute.
No, I'm confusing it with the album before that, where she had the track with Jay-Z.
Now that's
was
very
like
descriptive.
No, but it was like the later track with Jay-Z where it was like a black and white video on the beach.
Oh, that's Drunken Love.
Drunken Love. There you go.
Now, see, I love Self-Titled.
Was that the album?
Yeah, and I love Partition. What? Drive a roll up the partition, please. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. And we ain't even gonna make it to this club. Now my mascara running, red lipstick smudge. Oh, yeah, he horny. Yeah, he want to fuck. Like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Talking about sucking dick in the back of the limo. Like, I was like, yeah. I just didn't like the close-up when it was him. And ooh. All right. But I like the concept.
High definition.
Very high definition. No, let's go to the wide shot. Back to you walking away from the car. And you're looking, with the trench coat. And try to roll up the partition, please. And you turn around and you got the lingerie on. Got the Fenty lingerie on. Probably. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. Yeah, it's
the jam.
That was a jam. And I love Drunken Love.
I liked Drunken Love too.
I loved Pretty Hurts. I loved Blow. Can you lick the Skittles? It's the sweetest in the middle. Yeah. Pink is the flavor. Solves a riddle. Yeah, like I was like, yeah, like those songs. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that very much so. Um, but Cowboy Carter, I can't really get into. Renaissance, yes. Cowboy Carter, more than likely, I'm not going to
Yeah. I only heard this
the
single.
concert. I ain't knocking it, but it's just not for me.
Yeah.
But Renaissance, I could like listen to. So yeah. So who else?
I could just throw. I mean, I'm a Kanye West fan, so I could.
Oh, and Keisha Cole,
I
her
could
first
honestly
album.
throw any of his albums.
Keisha Cole's first album. She actually came out the gates hot.
I remember, what was it? 2 of the singles.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I don't love you.
Yeah.
I don't love you no more.
Yeah, I like Keisha Cole.
And of course, Love.
The big
Everybody in
one.
high school sung that shit. All off key. Yeah, the kids know it now. I feel accomplished whenever they sing it.
Yeah. That's a powerful
I
song.
found you. Anyway. Final thoughts.
Don't copyright us, please.
Oh yeah, I feel some strikes coming on.
You sound just like Rihanna, I'm telling you. It's like you embody her.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So as I always like to say, stay away from negative people because more than likely they have negative bank accounts. And let's thrive in 2025. I'll see and speak to you next week on the John Cash Show podcast, bitches. Also, don't forget, leave your comments in the YouTube section. That's why people who are listening, you got to go to YouTube. Leave your comments in the YouTube section, comment section, of who do you feel has an album that you can listen to from start to finish without skipping a single song. Let's go. See and speak to you next week, ladies and gentlemen. We out.
Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listen to John Cash.